Welcome to the World Defence Show 2026. I'm delighted to be joined in the studio by Anshu Vij, the MD of Hughes EMEA, and also Jamie Hilton, Defence Sales Manager at Hughes. Many thanks for your time, gentlemen.
Thank you for having us.
Let's dig straight into it then. Let's talk about innovations first of all, Anshu. What are Hughes working on in the defence market?
So I think first, maybe just a little bit about Hughes. We've been in the satellite communications business for many years, primarily on the commercial side. And what we've tried to do over the years is to leverage those commercial capabilities into the defense and government segment. And so periodically over the years, we worked on various projects for sovereign governments and sovereign constellations. Because our strength is on the satellite space, we've done this both on narrowband with products such as handset devices for troops, primarily over land. And we've done this on the broadband side as well to provide fixed connectivity. As we move forward, one of the exciting things that we want to work on going forward as Hughes is focusing more on the ISR environment as far as bringing intelligence, surveillance, reconnaissance into the market. Jim, you want to talk a little bit about what we're...
Yeah, absolutely. There's some very exciting innovations going on at the moment in two forms of software. In software-defined radios, and it's one product called the Smart Network Edge and Smart Network Exchange. And what this takes is the global military's mantra of any sensor, right decider, best effector, and universal sustainment. And what that means is we can take data from anywhere, and we need to get that timely and accurately back to a headquarters who can make the decision, send it to the units that's going to prosecute the target. So what a Smart Network Edge does, it can take 5 different transport modes. That could be Starlink, OneWeb, 5G, terrestrial, fiber, or RF. And it'll automatically sift through there. So it creates resilience in the network. So at any time, you can always get information through. And then the other piece of software that we have is called Smart Network Exchange, which is a unmanned aerial system, command and control system. What this means, it takes away, we see it in Ukraine a lot with the FPV drones, that one guy is flying a drone to create effects of whatever. But what Smart Network Exchange will do, you can control tens of thousands of drones. It literally is that big. It just it depends on what your aspiration is, and it can fly from your own secure 5G network across the terrestrial network, which is the LEO satellites. So anywhere over the globe, this drone can have the information where it needs to navigate to and what it has to do at the end. And also it can fly onto the enemy's network as long as you've got the enemy's SIM card and details, and it flies under the noise. And what we mean at Hughes by flies under the noise, it means the enemy wouldn't be able to detect it via radio frequency. But those are the two key innovations that I see.
Fantastic. Very interesting innovation there. Let's just talk particularly then about Hughes' interest in the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia. Anshu, do you want to develop that a little bit more?
Sure. So our legacy with Hughes and Saudi goes back, I would say almost over 50 years. Previously, we were part of Hughes Electronics, the Hughes Aircraft Company, and they did large programs. I would say over the last 15 years or so, commercially, we've done other programs. We work with STC, we work with Aramco to provide broadband connectivity to their segments. And as well, we ran one of the largest embassy networks for the Ministry of Foreign Affairs here in Saudi for their sites all over the world. So over the years, we've developed expertise in the GEO and LEO segments. And we believe that we can leverage those expertise to bring both services and products into the region.
And what about next? Or do you want to develop that, Jim?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, in my former life, I worked and lived in Riyadh for 4.5 years, working with the Royal Saudi Air Force on some of their more tactical programs. So I understand the geopolitical importance of where Saudi is at the moment, regionally, with the asymmetric threat that surrounds Saudi Arabia. It is the largest country in the Middle East, and a very good GDP to fund that military. So I think it is vital that we get in here, and it's not just the benefit of Hughes, it's more for the benefit of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, and it's how can we develop their own sovereign LEO geo satellites, but also the network orchestration of what I described earlier is how can we network the vast borders that you have down in the south. And it's like I say, it's an asymmetric threat. So you've got threats to the south, east, west, and techniques in the north. So I believe Hughes can help the kingdom gain that network orchestration across the entire region.
I think the other piece is that most companies you'll see here focus on one area. But because Hughes has always been completely vertically integrated, from helping to design and owning our own satellites, to manufacturing and doing R&D for our own equipment, to actually running the service, both pre-sales, post-sales, as far as service delivery goes, we understand the entire ecosystem from building to delivery. And doing so, when you look around the world, every government internationally wants their own local, sovereign constellations. They want localization, which means in-country manufacturing, whether it's as simple as assembly or full end-to-end manufacturing. There are very few companies other than Hughes who truly understand that entire ecosystem. So if you want to trust a partner who's going to come and show you not only how to deliver quality products at the onset, but then also establish in-country partnerships for localization, there are very few companies other than Hughes who can really do that today.
Fantastic. So let's push forward then. What are the next steps for Hughes here in Saudi Arabia?
Well, I think it starts with this event. We're really excited to be here. Like I said, we've talked a little bit about how we've leveraged our commercial capabilities into the defense segment. But truth be told, we're novices when it comes to what's happening today in the defense market. But one of the things this event will bring us is it's bringing us closer to our partners. And over the past year, we've established partnerships. In fact, we're co-exhibiting today with a company called SatGI. And there are two things we really see that in order to be successful in an area like Saudi. One, you need to have local partnerships for business development, those who have connections, those who understand the landscape here. And then we have a partner in SatGI who we believe can do that. And secondly, there's no cookie cutter service. So these are products that are going to require customized solutions, development. And we are also co-exhibiting with partners today who are bringing customized solutions. So when we bundle it with the business development activity we're doing with SatGI, we believe that this event will really create opportunities for us to propel forward.
So a busy week ahead for you both then.
Yeah, we're excited.
Absolutely.
Both of you, thank you very much for your time today.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.